welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. Monday Night Prime Time is underway. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. He's got a lane up past the 30. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. This is Henry on second. And that one doesn't get him much, giving maybe a yard. It's third down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Jackson now on third. Finding Flowers. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
The legend of this guy just grows year by year in the Motor City. The best individual season of his career, leading these Lions to a franchise record 15 wins. Now they just got to get to the ultimate goal, the Super Bowl.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by Teddy Buchanan.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
From the gun, Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces but it can pay big dividends.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here's 2nd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that gives the Lions the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Handoff here for Gibbs on his own read. And they take him down right along the 30. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Lions.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that first down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. Second down coming up.
So you could see he gets the ball, and he sees his defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the shotgun, gone. That's incomplete on second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's Gone. Completed to his running back. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
17 yards. First down, Detroit.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Rasheen Ali on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. This is ahead for about 5. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
At the 28-yard line.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens got a long way to go and a short time to get there. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Andrews has it, working downfield. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
Another try following the sack. This one's to Andrews out right. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Lamar now from the gun. Looking slant route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Second and 10 now. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Brings up 3rd and
1. Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Turning to Henry on 3rd. Ooh, they're on him quick. He's not going to get the yard they need, Brock. He only gets back to the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke, gonna try this field goal for the Ravens. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Luke knocks it through, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick. To have that confidence built, that's important.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down to what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And leading just 7-3, might be better to take a knee and take the lead into the locker room. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our 3rd quarter. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Greg Reynolds to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Out come the Lions. They've got the first series of the second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Goff setting to throw. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
6 DBs out there for the Ravens. 3rd down coming up. Goff to the air now. He's going to push one deep down the right. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Defender gets a piece, but it's still caught. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. From the gun, a run for Henry. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now it's Lamar. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 from the 41. From the pistol, Henry. We'll cobble together a yard there. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, the casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Jackson to throw it. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
That quarterback clock, it is so important to play in the position and playing it efficiently. You got to know, you got to have that clock in your head because that's enough time in this league to get rid of the ball. That's a lesson this QB's got to learn.
And the Lions sinking pass here, dime package, third down coming up. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
So One read, they'll hand off to Henry. And that's a read, goes nowhere. They didn't even get back to the line.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Lamar back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. He finds Bateman on the slant. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Well, hold on a second. We've got a Raven hurting pretty good out there. They're going to head out to look at him. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Lamar's going to keep this one. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Sending a tight end in motion left. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens needing 4 points. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw it. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have taken the lead late. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
Just a tremendous effort. And really, this is a play where you can look at the facial expressions of the two sides and know exactly what happened. Offensively, you are smiling from ear to ear that your quarterback's a difference maker. Defensively, just demoralized that you couldn't find a way to stop that scramble.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
Line 7.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Reynolds with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there, and I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. He's dropped a big stop and a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And that will not be enough for a first down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So now here's 3rd and 5. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I could promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Back to throw. Complete, Derrick Henry. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Setting up to pass. That one complete to Hopkins. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Second down now, 7 to go. A tight end in motion now. Here he is to throw. He's keeping it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Well, they waited right until the end to use this final timeout. Only 6 seconds left on the clock.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
He'll look to throw it. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the Lions get the win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Baltimore.